3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this Monday installment of We Talk. I'm Yolanda Nal and I will be your host for today. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I was busy with some DIY and that will be shown to you a little bit later on in the week to show you exactly what I did. Before we head into the interview and the news, today's riddle. What can run but can't walk? The answer at the end of the show. The Desert Research Foundation of Namibia has 3 containers full of educational materials to donate to schools and other stakeholders. A large amount of educational material, hard copies, is available free of charge at the offices for interested institutions, libraries, and individuals working in education and vocational training. According to the Executive Director, Dr. Martin Schneider, the DRFN is moving to a smaller site and there is not enough room to accommodate the books, pamphlets, and maps. The material mainly deals with themes such as environment, desert, water, animals, and conservation. Many of the books are child-friendly with illustrations and pictures. The books have been published by researchers and can be used for tasks and information. They don't have the space to store everything forever, so they would like to donate it, especially to schools that do not necessarily have computers or access to the internet. Terwyl besettingssyfers by toerismeondernemings 'n bestendige toename toon, is 'n nuwe kommer in die sektor 'n tekort aan huurvoertuie vir steeds toenemende selfrymark. Volgens die uitvoerende hoof van die Gasvryheidsvereniging van Namibië, Gita Petzold, dra Namibiese motorverhuuringsmaatskappye tans 'n vloot van net meer as 'n kwart van wat hulle in 2019 gehad het, na hulle gedwing is om 'n groot deel van hulle vloot te verkoop in die 2 vorige jare weens die impak van die pandemie. Voertuigproduksie in Suider-Afrika is erg vertraag weens voorsieningskettingsonderbrekings wat deur die pandemie en die onlangse vloede in KwaZulu-Natal in Suid-Afrika veroorsaak is, met groot skade aan die Toyota aanleg daar wat die probleem vererger. Petzold het gesê dit is dus goeie nuus dat Fly Namibia sy nasionale safari-roete bekendgestel het wat gaste na sleuteltoerisme besienswaardighede soos Sossusvlei, Swakopmund en Etosha neem. Volgens Gita Petzold het sowat 33% van die besoekers in die eerste kwartaal van 2022 uit groter Europa gekom, van wie 23 van die kenmerkte Duitsland, Switserland en Oostenryk was, vergeleke met 20% van die Europese besoekers in 2021. Chaos erupted at Chinatown on Friday morning after the police force threw tear gas to break up a demonstration organized and led by Michael Amusholelu, Commissar for Economic Development for Namibia Economic Freedom Fighters. Amusholelu said that he is committed to fighting for our people and that no amount of intimidation from the corrupt regime will scare him. He said it is a clear fact that Namibia is the Republic of China and he calls on the closure of Chinatown. Namibian Sun reporter Jemima Beekes reported from the scene that workers are upset, saying they are working for between $500 and $800 Namibian a month with no benefits. According to one, they don't get off days or sick leave, and if they don't work due to being sick, $200 Namibian per day gets deducted.
We are still here at the Chinatown, what is known as Chinatown, and what we are going to create a new name for it tomorrow. We are still strategizing, we're thinking about what name we are going to put it and what name we are going to give it. you would realize that all of us are now combat ready. All of us are prepared to be here tomorrow. All of us are prepared to make sure that we put a final nail in this whole, what is this Chinese brutality of our people. We know exactly how the Chinese ship in these things in this country. We know exactly that they don't pay tax, they pay bribes. Every day you read in the paper that custom officials are bribed and they are in prison because of this type of situation that is happening. We know exactly that our brothers and sisters who are ordering from outside the country, they come and they pay taxes at the airport because there are things come through the airport. They pay the taxes, they empower the shipping lines, they empower young people who are in these logistical businesses to ensure that they put bread on the table. Now we are simply saying that we are taking that bread out of these people's mouth, and we must as a country stand for this type of nonsense that is happening. Million worth of goods, they've already made us poor. What more can they take from us? So we will not relent, not even make a mistake to compromise on the promise and on the aspirations of our people. We can't support the Chinese who don't pay tax, Chinese who don't do anything. We can't have investors who are in their own places of operation. We can't have investors who are not paying tax. People who are not tax compliant, but yet we want to.
Yeah, charity for kids is close to my heart. We have a project here in South Africa called Help Yach, where we feed about 8,000 children every day. So yeah, children is obviously close to my heart. I'm a dad as well, and I'm looking forward to make a difference in your country as well. So come on and have a look at the show.
A black hole in the center of our universe was pictured for the very first time. Known as Sagittarius A star, it is 4 million times the size of the Sun. The image was produced by an international team, Event Horizon Telescope, and this is their second picture, after releasing a picture 3 years ago in 2019 of a giant black hole in the heart of another universe called M87. Scientists are already at work to test the physics, and so far what they see is entirely consistent with the equations set out by Einstein in his theory of gravity of general relativity.
When I entered the field of radio astronomy as a student, I was told about this enigma, this mysterious radio source Sagittarius star at the heart of our galaxy. I observed it at long wavelengths, and there it appears to be blurred. It's very exciting here today to show you today this best ever image of that enigma Sagittarius star. So we start out from the plains of Chile, where the ALMA telescope is located, and we're going to zoom in to Sagittarius, the Archer, which is high in the sky above the northern Chile. And we will go and zoom in first in the optical, but we have to switch to the infrared because there we can penetrate all the way into the galaxy. We leave tens of millions of stars behind, and we get to the place where stars are in orbit around a dark spot. And when we switch then to our radio eyes and we use a network of telescopes to resolve further and further, I can present to you the image of Sagittarius star, the black hole at the galactic center.
This is the first image of the supermassive black hole at the heart of our Milky Way galaxy, Sagittarius A star. For decades, we have known about a compact object that is at the heart of our galaxy that is 4 million times more massive than our sun. Today, right this moment, we have direct evidence that this object is a black hole. The black hole resides inside the dark region at the center of this image, where its gravitational pull is so strong the light cannot escape, and only darkness remains. We call this region the shadow of the black hole. This region is surrounded by very hot gas swirling around the black hole. This gas emits radio waves we observe with the Event Horizon Telescope. These radio waves create the glow we observe around the shadow of the black hole. From our image, we measure the size of the shadow of Sagittarius A star to be 52 micro-arcseconds on the sky. This is about the size of a donut on the surface of the moon as seen from Earth. In reality, Sagittarius A star is about as big as the orbit of Mercury around the sun, but at a distance of 27,000 light years. Because the size of a black hole shadow is proportional to its mass, our image tells us that the mass of Sagittarius A star is 4 million times greater than that of our sun. It is really incredible that this prediction from Einstein's theory of general relativity matches the mass measured by the Nobel Prize-winning studies of stellar orbits in our galactic center.
Take it away from Chile, from the site in Chile, refurbish it, and bring it back, bring it to the Gamsberg Mountain to be part of the EHD network. And in addition to that, it will also be a telescope not only in Namibia, but also for Namibia. So we're developing a whole education program, social outreach program, so that this telescope will actually bring more than just the image of the black hole.
I had this dream that we should be able to see an image of the black hole in the center of the Milky Way, using an array of telescopes around the world. Today, we have the press conference of the Event Horizon Telescope, a project I've been involved in from the start, which will show the first results of its effort to look into the dark heart of the Milky Way. It was a couple of years ago when we came for the first time to Namibia. The idea was that we want to look towards the future even. We don't only want to make images of black holes, we want to make entire movies. We want to see black holes in action. And that's why we came to Namibia, because if you look at the distribution of telescopes around the world, we have America, we have Europe, we have the South Pole, but all of Africa is missing. So there was another dream, to have the first high-frequency radio telescope that would be able to participate in the Event Horizon Telescope to make movies of black holes.
Why was it decided to build a telescope here in Namibia and not more north?
Well, maybe I can answer that question. So when you look at let's say the hole in the network, you see that it's, the southern African region would be an ideal place because it connects to the eastern and the western side, and yeah, well, it's a good place to be. When you look at what is required to put a telescope back then, you have to have dry air, you have to have less water vapor, the least amount of water vapor in the air. So we're looking for a high mountain in that region. And then we started scouting mountains in the region.
About where to best possibly do astronomy around the globe, you will find the naturally best places, because least cloudy places or least water vapor having places are around tropics. The tropics, where here is the Tropic of Capricorn, right? Just running close to Rehoboth through the country. That made Namibia a quite natural choice for doing astronomy from here, as it has already been done also for the last 20 or more years.
Yeah, well, for those not familiar with my music, I'm a folk singer and I'm a folk writer. So yeah, it's going to be a folky show, bluesy, definitely, maybe some rock and roll.
For today's recommendation, I am recommending you try out this vanilla chai. Everyone knows that I survive and live on coffee mostly, and my new craze is a dirty chai. So that combines coffee with tea, and I just love myself a chai tea every now and then. To save money, I decided that I will start making my own and then head out to the shops or wherever I'm going, so not to buy at the shops, and making something yourself just tastes different. So I will be heading into my kitchen to show you exactly how to make the perfect dirty chai at home. So the vanilla chai is a product from Red Espresso. I simply love their products. Except for the vanilla, they also have an original. I use 4.5 heaped tablespoons of the chai, and then my favorite coffee is Jacob's, so one spoon of that. And then, just to be really fancy, I made some milk froth as well, because you kind of want to enjoy what you're having at home. Then you literally just wait for the water to boil and your milk to froth, and when you're all done, you just pour the water over. And before you add the milk, I have a secret little weapon, and that is called some extra vanilla essence. It just simply brings this hot treat together amazingly, and I love vanilla. I will admit that was a little bit much. I could have done with half a teaspoon, and then add your milk, and then another secret weapon to make sure it is coffee shop worthy. Just add a little bit of cinnamon sugar on top, and this will definitely be my treat for these cold winter nights approaching.
I will be performing in Namibia on the 20th and 21st of May, and it's going to be good fun. Looking forward to the concerts that we can hold. I'll have my bass player that is on tour with me. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Come and visit us.
For today's life hack, if you want your flowers to last 3 times longer, simply put them in the vase and put them in your refrigerator for 1 night, and that should do the trick. Next up, we have Jeanette Diergaard for your Flex Minute.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome to another exciting edition.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Flex Minutes. My name is Jeanette Diergaard, and today I will be showing you guys some bodyweight arm movements, or arm workouts rather, and you can use this for a warm-up when you're lifting. You can also just use this as a workout on its own. So guys, using your body weight to work on your shoulders, work on your triceps and your biceps. We're going to start off with some arm circles. That's a pretty basic one, but the key here is to do it for a minute, okay, or longer. You obviously can rotate it as well. You can use this as a workout on its own when you're starting off, you know, as a beginner, or you can use this as a warm-up. What I want you to remember while you're doing is that you have to engage everything. You're going to do an interior tilt, squeeze, and stretch out your arms and do the arm circles. But that brings us to the end of today's Flex Minutes. I hope to see you all next time again.
Do you know what can run but can't walk? A river. We will be back again tomorrow, same place, same time, with a brand new interview and another recommendation.